welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Julie and I am a mama to 4 with a 5th on the way, and I am homeschooling. And today I wanted to participate in the preschool homeschool tag. Mama Schmooze Reviews tagged me in this back a few weeks ago, so make sure you check out her video. I'll try to remember to link that down below. There's 9 questions in this tag. I will try to just get through these questions quickly, and then at the end I will tag 3 other homeschool mamas. So as I'm answering these questions, I am keeping in mind my 4-year-old son, who's going to be 5 in the fall, and then my daughter, who is 2.5. So my son is really into kindergarten now, but he has been my preschool kid, that sounded funny, for the past couple years. And then Zara, my 2.5-year-old, is kind of just entering that preschool stage. So I'm thinking about both of them as I answer these questions. The first question is, what is your preschooler's favorite picture book? My kids, we have so many favorites, but in general, at the preschool age, they really enjoy repetition, and they enjoy when I can read them a story that has a lot of repetition in it, and then they will quickly learn how to read that story on their own. So a couple of their favorites is Brown Bear, What Do You See? And there are a lot of other books in that series too that have a similar storyline, if you want to call it a story, similar phrases. And then another one of their favorites is 5 Little Monkeys Jumping on the Bed. So those ones both have a lot of repetition in them. They also love Little Blue Truck. Another favorite, I should have grabbed this from my daughter's room. We have it out from the library right now, but it's called 100 First Words, I think. Something like that. I don't know if that's what it's called, but my 2.5-year-old really loves that book right now, and I think it's just a great way for them to learn new words. And so each page shows like a bunch of different kinds of food and names the different kinds of food, or the different body parts and the different clothing items and different animals, and just lots of different items for them to learn the names of. Question number 2, how do you teach them their ABCs, colors, shapes, and numbers? Example, shows, tablet, hands-on, etc. The ABCs, I'm going to share this with you, I think, in a later question. Yes, I will show you a show that they like on a later question to show them their ABCs. Colors, shapes, and numbers, repetition, and just learning through play. Like when they're drawing, I will always be telling them, okay, what color is this? Let's draw with the red crayon. Let's draw a triangle. And then same thing, we're drawing, and I'll say, how many circles did mommy draw? And then we'll count them. So just a lot of through play, just always throughout the day, doing the counting, learning colors, not really curriculum per se at a young age, even at like 1 and 2, we're working on those things just through play. Question number 3, do you use a curriculum with your preschooler? I would say no for a preschooler. By the year that they turn 4, which is kind of still preschool age, they're entering, here in Canada, they're entering junior kindergarten the year that they turn 4. And so we still don't use a curriculum, but I will do a lot more printables and just them learning their numbers, learning their letters, like how to write their letters. I also have a lot of tracing books. They're like dry erase tracing books. That's great for them learning pencil control and also learning how to stay in the lines and that kind of thing. So no official curriculum, that's for sure. Number 4, what are your favorite websites to use to teach pre-K? All right, that's kind of what I was getting at. So Confessions of a Homeschooler is the site that I always use to make up our like our junior kindergarten binder. And so that includes like basic drawing lines and learning how to draw circles, learning how to cut. So they'll have little patterns that they learn how to cut. And then also pages with color, like a coloring page for every letter of the alphabet and a coloring page for every number from 1 to 10. And then also basic tracing numbers and tracing letters and so on. So basically I just make up a little binder when they're in junior kindergarten completely with printables from confessionsofahomeschooler.com. Number 5, do you take your preschooler to any community activities on a weekly basis? Well, this has definitely changed through the years, but now that our oldest kids are in school, my 2 oldest are entering grade 3 and entering grade 1. We do have a homeschool co-op that we do every week, every Friday, and so my preschoolers come to that as well. And I think it's really good for them because they are kind of learning alongside the older kids. And then a lot of families in our homeschool group have preschoolers and toddlers, and so they get to all play together. Someone always brings toys, often an educational toy or blocks or some sort of toy, and those kids get to play together. So it's not really aimed at preschoolers, but it works really well as a weekly event. Number 6, how long approximately do you teach your preschooler every day? I don't really focus on teaching at that age, like I kind of mentioned. Once they're in junior kindergarten, we will sit and have like an hour, maybe 2 or 3 times a week of like dedicated time devoted to school. But as a preschooler, no, it's just kind of here and there. Like, do you want to color? Let's talk about the colors as we color. And it's not even as direct as that. It's just kind of, it's all fun, it's all games, it's all play based, and then we're just learning as we go. So no really set amount of time for sure. Number 7, what are their favorite educational shows to watch? So this kind of changes through the preschool years, I guess. My daughter, who is 2 right now, really enjoys this one, Leapfrog Letter Factory. We also have Leapfrog Numbers Ahoy. That is a really good one too. It's a really fun, really it really keeps them interested watching this DVD, and then it really teaches them their letters as well, and the numbers one teaches them their numbers. So she's really into this, and she is also loving Baby Bum on Netflix. She doesn't get to watch it as much as she would like to, well, mostly because the times we do watch a show, the older kids obviously do not want to watch Baby Bum. It's all like nursery rhyme based, but there's a lot of counting and talking about letters and shapes, and it's just a really good one that she really enjoys. But my 4-year-old, he knows all his letters. Letter Factory doesn't really interest him anymore. So this is kind of like a younger preschool educational show. He already, he's almost 5 now, but even for the past year, he has really enjoyed Magic School Bus. He really enjoys Sid the Science Kid. He's at that stage where he enjoys those shows. There really are a lot of educational shows to choose from, more than I think there were, you know, quite a few years ago. Anyways, all right. Question, where are we? I can never keep track. Okay, question number 8. How do you occupy your little ones while teaching your older kids, if this applies to you? And yes, it does. How do we occupy them? I feel like I've mentioned this so many times to you guys, but we have a lot of different educational toys. This is probably going to kind of tide over to the next question as well. But educational toys that I have set aside, they're in a cupboard upstairs that the kids cannot access anytime they want, and I will take a different toy out each day or each few days for them to do while the older kids are doing schoolwork. So that includes puzzles. I'll take out a couple of those to show you right now. So little puzzles they can work on, and like I said, they're not always available, or they probably wouldn't be that fun. They're just, I just take them out specifically for them to work on while the older kids are doing schoolwork. We have lots of different blocks. So we have Duplo blocks, we have bristle blocks, we have magnet blocks, and just different things. And because they're not always out, they are more fun and exciting when I do take them out. So it really does keep them busy. So that's if I want them distracted and away from the table, but really a lot of times I don't mind them being at the table either, as long as they can sit quietly while the older ones are doing school. And so they could be doing some coloring, they could be doing some tracing in the dry erase book I already mentioned. If it's a really hard day and I just need them away and they're not being easily distracted, I will turn on a show. So usually it is Letter Factory that I will turn on for them, or snacks. It's basically There's no one thing that's like, oh, this is what we do and it just works great. Some days they will sit and play with blocks for an hour. Other days they'll do blocks for 10 minutes and then they want something else. And then I'll give them a snack. And then when they're done their snack, they're grumpy for something else. So it changes from day to day. I just need to have a whole bag of tricks that I can just pull something out at any given moment and give them something to do. Number 9, what is your favorite educational toy to use for teaching? So I just showed you those puzzles. We love these wooden chunky puzzles. They are great and they are educational in so many ways, and it's not even just for preschoolers. This is even for like toddlers. My daughter at 1.5 was loving to do this puzzle, but it teaches them shapes, it teaches them colors, and then this one we have as well teaches the ABCs, and my daughter, same thing. She loves this puzzle right now, and it's just a great way to have fun combined with educational, which is so important at the preschool age. I brought a couple other things to show you. I do have a lot. I have quite a good number of like Melissa and Doug toys. If you want to just look up Melissa and Doug toys, you will see there are so many different educational things. And then this is just like a baby toy really, but it's a nice little, I think it's educational because again, you're learning your colors, you're learning sizes. One more here, we have these counting bears. So this again, they are learning colors, they are learning size because we have 3 different sizes of these bears. So you can have the big, the little, and the medium size. And then it's a great thing for counting. That's what they're called, counting bears, and learning math. Like if I have 2 and you have 2, how many do we have together? And just learning patterns. And that is just a very small selection of educational toys I have. Of course, I told you before, but I'll say it again. The tracing books, the dry erase books, the kids absolutely love. I didn't bring them out to show you today, but those ones have been just a great educational toy, I guess, if you want to call a book a toy. Like I said, Melissa and Doug, Hape, Plan Toys, they all have great wooden toys that are educational. So anyways, that's the end of this preschool homeschool tag. Let me know down below what you like to do for preschool homeschool. Do you use a curriculum? So I am going to tag Allison from Allisen Byrd, Allison, The Life of a Homemaker, and Lauren, the Joyful Homemaker. If you guys want to do this tag, or if any of the rest of you watching this want to do this tag, I will make sure to put the questions down below in my description so you can just copy and paste that and film your own video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.